Hello, my name is Ashanwa. Welcome to LAJA. This is a channel dedicated to African fashion, prints, and textiles. Here, I share my passion for various African textiles, share styling tips, and the different ways they can be incorporated into your wardrobe and lifestyle. If that's something that you're interested in, please subscribe to my channel. A few ways you can support my channel is first by subscribing. The second way is by purchasing my ebooks. I currently have two ebooks out, and the first one is called Dashiki Textiles: The Controversial Origins of African Print. And here I talk about the history of African print, and answer the question, are they really African? The second book is near and dear to my heart, is called Over 150 Ika Proverbs You Should Know. And in this book, or in this ebook, I share various proverbs that I have collected from my parents, grandparents, and various relatives, just different proverbs that are native to my tribe Ika, which is in Delta State. So that's it for the housekeeping. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the origins of dashiki, which is a very prominent African textile that I'm sure you've come across at least once in your life, or at least if you're new to African textiles, you've probably heard of dashiki. So, what is dashiki? It's a colorful garment that covers the top half of the body, worn mostly in West Africa. It has formal and informal versions and varies from the simple draped clothing to fully tailored suits. A common form is a loose-fitting pullover garment with a V-shaped collar and tailored and embroidered neck and sleeve lines. So I'm sure this is probably the one you've seen, and I'm going to insert a picture in my thumbnail so you can have an idea. This is the most popular way dashikis are typically worn as a t-shirt. It is frequently worn with a brimless kufi cap, which is worn in Islamic communities in Africa and the African diaspora, and pants. It has been popularized and claimed by communities in the African diaspora, especially the African Americans. So it's kind of like the symbol of Black power within the African American community here in the United States. The now trademark dashiki design was born from the Angelina print, a wax print pattern by Dutch designer Toon van der Manaka for Netherlands-based wax print brand Vlisco, whose designs are inspired by Africa. So as you know, Vlisco is a very popular and luxury high-end wax print making brand based in the Netherlands. The exact inspiration for the Angelina print pattern was traditional silk embroidered tunics worn by Ethiopian women. The Angelina print's popularity coincided with the release of Ghanaian high life hit song Angelina, a name the West African markets would begin to call the wax print pattern. In Congo, it would be called Yamamando and later Miriam Makeba. Yamamando are sung lyrics of a hit song by a local band that helped popularize the pattern, and Miriam Makeba is a legendary South African musician who often wore wax print. The word dashiki comes from Dan Shiki, a Yoruba loan word from the Hausa Dan Siki, so it's Danciki, which means shirt or inner garment. The informal version of dashiki is a traditional print or embroidered dashiki. Three formal versions currently exist. The first type consists of dashiki sokoto, drawstring pants, and a matching kufi cap. This style is called dashiki suit or dashiki trouser set, and it's the attire worn by most grooms during wedding ceremonies. The second version consists of an ankle-length shirt, matching kufi and sokoto, and is called a Senegalese kaftan. The third type consists of a dashiki and matching trousers. A flowing gown is worn over these. This type is called a grand bubu or an agbada. There are three different styles of dashiki suits available. There are several different styles of dashiki suits available from clothing stores. The type of shirt included in the set determines the name. The traditional dashiki suit includes a thigh-length shirt. The short sleeve traditional style is preferred by purists. A long dashiki suit includes a shirt that is knee length or longer. However, if the shirt reaches the ankles, it is a Senegalese kaftan. Finally, the lace dashiki suit includes a shirt made of lace. A hybrid of the dashiki and kaftan worn by females is a traditional male dashiki with a western skirt. The dashiki found a market in America during the civil rights and Black Power movements. It was first produced in large quantities as a unisex garment by Jason Benning, Milton Clark, Howard Davis, and William Smith under the New Breed Clothing Limited, a company based in Harlem, New York, in America. Around that time, individuals of the African American heritage began wearing dashikis to support African culture and combat westernization. Later, this style became a source of pride for Black people and a tribute to West African culture. An African American wearing a dashiki now conveys a powerful statement that they are an African descent. It has influenced Black people's politics and thought over time. In 1970s, a dashiki dress was designed and worn by Faith Davis Ruffins, curator of the National Museum of American History. Also, jazz musician Eddie Harris wore a dashiki print while playing the saxophone at a performance in Hollywood, Florida in 1983. The dashiki also pays tribute to African ancestors who were unable to embrace their African heritage for more than a century. Even though the history and culture of dashiki have always been formidable, the white population's embrace of it posed a danger. When dashiki's political influence peaked in the 1960s, countercultural forms embraced it and almost diluted it. The feeling of Black identity was all but lost, but it still persisted because it was genuine. The garment had little cultural significance when the whites adopted it. Instead, it was just an aesthetic choice. To prevent the dashiki's true meaning from fading into the face of polarization, Black intellects played a significant role. They discussed how it related to their communities in the diaspora and cautioned against downplaying its importance. Modern celebrities like Amanda Steinberg, Beyoncé, Chris Brown, Drake, French Montana, Jaina Aiko, Rihanna, Wale, Stevie Wonder, and Zendaya also joined the wagon to identify themselves as of African descent by wearing dashiki. The colors of dashiki have meanings. Gray is the traditional color for grooms and groomsmen in West Africa. Red and black are the standard colors for mourning, so funerals. Gold signifies fertility and wealth. Blue is a symbol of the sky, which means harmonious living, while green means life and prosperity. White is the color of purity and spirituality, and red is the color of blood. So these are some details and facts about dashiki. I hope you've learned a thing or two, and let me know if you're familiar with this particular print. I don't own any personally. I know when I was graduating, they're often used in graduation sashes. So the sashes you wear on your neck, it has the dashiki print on it, and I know it's a big print for Black Power movement. So thank you, and if there are any other African textiles you'd like for me to research, please let me know and I will get onto it. Until I see you in my next video, thank you for watching. Bye!